e-file there. It's make all of us who even like, it's not only for beginners, for me too, it's overwhelming. Okay, it's overwhelming. Like it's like do one and then you seeing it all like crazy advertising, like, oh my god, I need to get that. And then we have to see what is the purpose of it to doing it help you with. But this one is old way fashion, like always it changed the sand is getting updated really nice. I like it so much better. It looks old but it's not. It's every single one is brand new like this. It just does that. So then when you find the client's nail, it doesn't come off with all like have a brow sand. If you pay attention, you remember that brow sand is coming and then stick on the clients and make it looks hard for you to clean. So they have the white sand like now, so it doesn't see all the dust and all the black sands or brown sand on it. So I really like this. It's always, if you want, you always go this with the smooth the surface out, right? And then you can go back with another file for your cuticle. It's going from, this is from the left to the right. You don't need to do so much of this. If you apply your the essential gel base like consistency, you shouldn't have a hard time to file them. It is really nice. And keep in mind, if you apply your essential not even like one spot is like thicker, the other is gonna be thinner, that's gonna make it happen to your dipping. It's not consistency. So great. So I'm just like doing really, and basically you're just really soft. You don't need to do a whole lot. Okay. Next year you should sell them brushes. What's the way to use them?
My brush.
We do this brush, you mean?
Yeah.
Nuna, we have this brush for just like
$5.
few dollars. I think it's really cool, and $5 for your convenience, you know. It's really cool. And then we select exactly the one it needs, not the full one. I'm saying it because so many of us as a beginners, even me myself, it get overwhelming. You don't know how many of money that I spend for all that stuff that I couldn't ever use, because when using stuff is, I just want to teach. When I got an opportunity to teach in the class and my students, I always like sharing with them and ask them what they have, so that I will suggest them instead of have them like spend so much money and then, well, okay, we spend money, but then what is the spend money? It doesn't really like helping us, or it doesn't do a purpose of you needing it, you know. If you're using a dipping powder, you don't. So I'm gonna go into this one is really like I'm doing it on myself. Well, this is like, we don't have to keep it like sanitizer, but I'm showing it here. It's really is gentle. So then you can clean the cuticles around, and you go back if you need to smooth them out. You necessarily, not really necessary, is it? Great. So I'm going to buff this now. It's the same buffing technique yesterday when I shared with you. Buff it from the top, the center of the nails, and buff it down. And now, if you send the clients to wash their hands, make sure they do not wash their hands with soap. But you see, before they come in, I already asked them to wash their hand before I'm prepping already. But if you, in case you want to send your clients it, I would not let them wash their hand with soap, because it had all the oil, it's kind of affecting it. But you know, be honest, I don't send them at all. I will spray them with alcohol, because you know why? Because sometimes the alcohol will dry really fast and it give it all nice dry surface. But if you send the clients to wash their hand, and guess what? They still have all the waters is still underneath, and it's also in the cuticle. It's not gonna dry for you. Either you do that and you make sure it completely dry before you top coat it, or else guess what? The resin base, which is the number 4 and number 2, it will make it cloudy. So a lot of you doing it and they say why it doesn't look shiny and it looks so cloudy and it's not dry at all. And I did number 3 on it, and then I did number 4, but it doesn't dry. So you make sure you don't sand them. If you're doing, you make sure it dry really good. So you see when I'm doing it, wipe off everything for clients first, and then I will do a number 3 again. So remember to put number 3, because we do have a lot of students were asking why I put number 3 already and then I file them and put number 4 on and it's not dry. So here's the thing, if you're doing it number 3 and then you buff them and you file them, they're already gone. So you need to reapply the number 3 again. And with this one, you don't have to worry, you apply really thin coat. For all of you who is really afraid of this gonna contaminating with number 4, and then make sure brush at number 4 is really like hard, what you need to do is after you apply number 3 with all 10 nails, you're using a piece of paper and you're gonna wipe it off. It's already dry, but I'm just wipe it off so then it's not gonna be too strong. And before you apply number 4, so now it's just important with the number 4. Get a nice piece of papers here, and I am going to floating like the same with techniques I will share with you is the no white top coat floating on the top of condensed wool gel. Do it exact the same like this for me, then you will achieve is 100% of getting really shiny. First coat, you're gonna do it really fast and thin and just let go. Brush your wipe your brush on the piece of paper, because that will probably have some part of contaminating with the number 3, because that's gonna make your brush getting hot and freezing. So I'm gonna wipe it off before I put it back in. So now you're seeing it really shiny right now, right? It is normal, and it's gonna start getting a really matte look, which is to start getting dry. So from really, look at that, how shiny, and then I will start getting matte look right now. You can start seeing it, because facial, can you see? Mm-hmm. Good. Right there. Look at that, our butterfly. It looks good, right? It's getting a little bit, we can't help it because that's the dipping powders. The liquid powder is different. And then you start seeing is matte look it from a shiny, really super glossy shinies. Now it's start getting matte. It means that it's ready for the second coat. But usually if you're doing all 10 nails, you do all 10 nails and the last nail you finish, and then you'll be ready for the first nails again, like a second round. So I'm gonna do, now is the time for you to catch up with any spot you are missing. And I'm gonna apply all of them. And I just folding my brush. Lighter touch on the brush, the better it's gonna look, and the shinier the nail's gonna look. So let's like touch, just like floating. How do I explain the same with floating with techniques? You don't want to drag your brush, because the more you really give a pressures on the brush, the harder and the more chance the brush is gonna get harder, and the top not gonna be shiny. So here you go. That's your dipping technique. Great. Okay, so it's gonna dry in like in about 5 minutes. So you wanna see another ones? Are you tired of learning a dipping yet? It's a lot of information. So we'll let it on the side to let it dry. We can do another ones with
Color blocking.
color blocking. Wanna see the color blocking? Thank you, Foxy, Loxy, Mercedes. Hey, hi Gina, how are you? Okay, we can do some color blocking. Is there a benefit to dip over acrylic or builder gels? Great question, Brooke. Thank you so much for bringing it up. Great question. I'm locking off in the zone. Okay, so is the benefit for dip over acrylics or builder gels? Here's a great question. Thank you so much for bringing it up. Every single technique have their different like benefit. I love liquid powders because, you know, of course, it's classic. It's totally of you can do so many with liquid and powder. Also with the builder gels, you can do so many with that. But the builder gel you can't soak up because it's a hard gels. Liquid and powder you can soak up. Also you can do fill. Dipping you can't not do fill because you can't have the resin stay on the base of the nail for so just a long time, and especially you don't want to do acrylic is fill over the acrylic. But here's a great benefit from this. A lot of clients that don't want to get acrylic, do not get a gels, or somehow in some way and after over a period of time, and then they get allergic reaction with both acrylics, and they get allergics with the monomers, which is that we're using for our liquid, and also is in our builder gels and the gels as well. So if they get allergics with the monomers and they say, I don't want any of those, I'd rather to do a regular manicure, I can't wear any acrylics or gel. That is the customers that you want to provide them with dipping powder. And then the dipping powder can go in shoulders if the clients want to, go longer if you want to build the structure stronger. So I think it's great because then, unless you're so busy, you don't want to take more clients, and then you're always busy with your acrylics and builder gel. But if the clients that come in, we have so many volume of so many people requesting for dipping from start 10 years ago when I start getting back into the dipping, because it was a long time ago. Long time ago with the dipping powder traditionals, 30 years ago, and it wasn't that really popular now because it's back then only pink and white, and people don't do ombre like now. They're only doing a straight French, that how we still have to learn it from the school now is a traditional, and then it branching out with ombre look, baby boomers, or other ways you're gonna saying it. So but now people love the dipping as the way is promoting and everything as well. And if some of the if we don't prep them properly, the acrylic can be damaged, but acrylic will not damage, because I'm wearing my acrylics for so many years, it will not damage your nail. Also, dipping is also acrylic as well because it's made of polymers, so same formula. So if the people were saying it's not acrylic, it is acrylic. So how to redirect that? But it's a different that we're using a monomers, and one we're using a resin. So one we're using a monomer yesterday I was sharing with you, and this one is resin based. So it's beautiful of it. So if the clients will get allergic with acrylic, and as clients get allergic with the gels, then here you go. I have a dipping powder to offer you. So then you will not you're able to provide the service and keep the clients in the salon, and you go from there. So hope that answer will help to answer your questions. Whose the question is that? I just want to make sure I get Brooke. Okay, so if Brooke, you are here, I hope that question, I hope that answer will be helpful. Okay, so next, what sanding band is that? I'm using a medium one. I'm using a medium. Somehow I have a hard time to seeing it. Okay, so next questions for Jennifer LB. What sanding band is that? Is sanding band I'm using a medium grit. No, the bling out one. Bling bling. We want the bling out brush. Oh my god. Okay, you want this bling out this brush? This one. This is my therapy time. I bling out my brush, and I give every single stone that don't have a chance. Look at this. You see that how broken it is? Like at first I said, oh my god, but I want to give them another chance to be shy and sparkle. They have the right to do that. So that's why in my brush. So I'll carry it with me for the shows and everything. It looks pretty, right? It's still shy. So it's remind me of that, in our life. Don't ever think it. We don't get into anybody personal. It doesn't matter. It's whatever we've been going to the past or reasons or whatever. We get the right to be, shy and sparkle, and do not think that you are not able to, So As long as you take good care of yourself, you love yourself, then everything else will be great. So that's why you're seeing like some of them are cheap on the tip right there. So they are my brush. If you are in, if I don't get it wrong, I think in Philadelphia, when I go into Pennsylvania's, I think it's Pennsylvania's convention, we got the, into that, and they have the like a soup cup, the broken one or whatever, they put it in, they make a really nice, the art starches, they put it all, they're all broken. I don't know if they did it in purpose, they broke them up, or they're just doing it, they put it on like, I said, oh my god, it's so cool. So then they still get a chance to being an art, like a special. Me too, I love that bling out. Okay, it's color blocking. Okay, is that what I say, board acrylic? Yeah, absolutely, Brooke. Thank you so much for bringing in questions. Also, what brand of is your acrylic? Okay, the brand is great question too. I using that brush from one of my friends, distributors here in local Pensacola. You can DM me. I will send you the information, I guess. I don't know if they still open right now, but here's a brand from them. Look at that. Just ignore it because look at that how bad I am using with this paddle, Kolinsky. That's what they have at the nail company, one of our distributors. So, money back, gorgeous, I want one. Me too. Make you feel like I want to bling out in the brush. Oh, you want that bling out on a brush? It's probably you should do that because then it's really satisfying and it really like Mercedes. That's a brand like paddles, I think. Okay, so you want to see more dipping? Are you tired of dipping yet, or liquid and powder? We can do one more dipping if you want to see it. Let's do some other colors instead of just pink and white one. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, nobody cared for this color. I like that too. Sometimes it's going to turn out really nice. Let's see. Why don't we do these two together and see how it turns out? We're doing this blue and green. That's gonna be a great color for Easter. All right, so let's challenge each other here. Everyone, you think you can do that? I'm gonna put this white away. So make sure you always close the lid because this one is flow really easy, so it can't. It's just beautiful nude. So any nude with it works as well. Okay, let me move on to the next one. You can do liquid and powder with dipping powder as well. Great, so I have another nails here. I'm doing a short for view requesting. And again, I am going to using a number 2. Then this is like pretend you get everything prepped. So we're gonna doing a prepping nails in another sessions for building structure. So let's do this one. I'm gonna do, it doesn't matter whatever you wanna do this one first. I always get deep one colors in the base first before you go into the next one. So let's go with this. I'm gonna do is 1 coat of number 2 gels base. This is for the dipping powders, okay, everyone. I will sprinkle 1 layer of the green. Let's see how pigment of the green is really pigmented, and this is all chisel colors I got to work with. I love this because you can do liquid and powder. Oh, liquid and powder. Okay. Acrylic dip powder. Okay, I'm going to do one more of this one to show you. And then we'll go into liquid and powder. How about that? This is great information for any of you that want to interesting. So then 1 coat of this. And I am going to using, I get both of the brush right here with me. So number 2 gel base again. I promise I'm going to doing it. We're gonna do liquid and powder in 2 nails we have left. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited, everyone, learning and dipping and dipping and liquid and powder. So I'm gonna dip it in my blue and I'm gonna start sprinkle it right on the tips, just on the free edges of the nails. This is interesting, and see how this tool turned out really stunning. Instagram, can you see? And I'm gonna work really closer to the key to the free edges, because you don't want to be right in the middle of it, because if you're doing in the middle of this, it's gonna make the nails, it looks like blue and green separate. Tap it down, and then I'm using another one. Can you move that camera to make sure that Instagram can see? Because on that side, Instagram can't not seeing it.
Did they see you?
Yeah. Okay, does it off, and then now Donna does it. Oh, this one looks good. It was stunning. So you want to go into the second coat. Now after I doing this, I'm going to wipe this one off on the side of my brush, wipe it off, so then it won't get contaminating, or it won't get all the stuck powder on my brush. I mean on the brush of the number 2. Do it again. And if you get used to with this and you start doing dipping, it's gonna get in really, the speed's really fast though. You just have to train your techniques to be different. This is totally different from acrylic, liquid and powder. I mean, they're both acrylic, but with using a monomers techniques with resin techniques. And work smaller, like a portion. You don't have to be like just dump whole thing in there. It's gonna make it really harder. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of the, I have a polka dot here. Does that off? Looks cool, huh? It's like it came out with 2 colors. Let's move this guys over there and see what we got over here. Let me see. Well, we have the blue and green there. Hopefully we get blue and green there. If not, then not big deal. I'll put something in there for Easter. Which one should I put in? Like this. No. Maybe this one. One next. I wanted something that just contrast. Don't want to using it too closer. Just get a few of them out here for myself so they can pick it up. You can pick anything, and this is like collection 20 or whatever it is. There's so many, like I don't know how long it's gonna take you to go through all this, maybe forever. It's great investment. So I'm gonna apply number 2s. You don't have to be necessary iron tie the nails, or you can just do in the part of wherever you want to. And this is really fine that you can do encapsulating with yours. purple, yellow. Interesting. Okay. It's still wet, so I can place wherever you want. I want it. I don't have to limit to whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want in here. You can play however you want it. Instagram, I'll be right back. Looks really great. Putting shiny sky in here. Hello Instagram, thanks so much for tuning back in, and I want to say hi to YouTube too, because this video is going to be uploading for YouTube fan as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. However you want it. It is like a basics, really basic. I need the smaller one. Can you able to get that smaller one? Got it. Yep. Great. I don't want to do more with that. I don't want to messing up more. Less is more. Sometimes I go too much more, too much more. Okay, great. If I'm happy with this, I am going to the clear. I'm going to coat that with the clear. Completely. How beautiful is this from a dipping powder? My scoop. Hey Kim, hi Whitney, thanks so much for coming back. Leslie, Monique, hey ladies. Okay, sprinkle that clears on to protect your dipping encapsulating. So you see dust it off really right away after I doing it. Put the number 2 back on so that we're gonna keep that shiny. This is from our dipping with the 2 colors. I really like these 2 colors. I'm wiping my brush right on the side, you know it's that. So great. So now going to the techniques at number 3. And I'm not using this number 3 activator. This will not dry if you don't apply the number 3. So this is great for some of you who are beginning with the dipping powders. Just tap it. I will not using my brush and drag it down, because it's gonna number 2 and number 3, what it does, purpose of it is accelerate it. So I'll let it dry. It will set it dry. So you don't want to using your brush and just brush it like a normal when we're using a gel polish. It's gonna really freezing your brush, because number 3 will do that to number 2 and number 4. So close this guy. And then it should be dry in like no second, and you can buff and you can sparkle and shine it. I know, right, Whitney? I know, it's just like so beautiful. And this one is the first look. Earlier I did, if you can watch it over, it should be an hour story time today. It's not on Facebook, gonna cover for that. So we'll have 2 more. We're gonna do 2 is dipping powder and 2 with liquid powder. Yeah, everyone, liquid powder. So I'm gonna do this one, shape nicely. I did it a little bit shorter now, so for all of you who are asking for it, see Nancy doing it shorter. So it's all of you who have a shorter nails clients. Shape on the side. I usually shape them first before I even dip or I put the liquid powder, so therefore it's gonna be so much easier. So you are not gonna shape all your powder off. So again, you're gonna using this one to clean with your cuticles, and you're using a sand bead to clean it on. I would using a soft one. You don't want to using a really coarse one for the dipping powder. You don't need so much of like taking off because it's really nice. And if you want to be more structured of it, you build more underneath with the base powders. So then when you lay 2 coat of the colors, it's gonna look so nice and flawless. Great. Buff it. It's a dipping powder, so just buff. Can you take that powders away? That's 2 colors. I really like it. If you close it, and I want to know what number of that. I love it. Oh, maybe we should try that for liquid and powder. Can you give me that one? So I'm gonna try it with everyone. Give me that 2 colors, and then we need liquid and powder. Great, everyone. Number 26 solids and number 75. It's upside down. Dust this off. And usually I don't send the clients washing. I was like wipe them off nicely. So then before we top coat it, because as a dipping powder, if you send them to wash their hands and if you don't wipe them really dry, it's gonna cause of the cloudiness when you apply the number 4 on it. Great, so I'm gonna using a number 3 again. So if you don't put it number 3 again, it's really a high chance of your nails not gonna dry. Or if you do it in number 3, but you don't do it, it's like completely cover the nail, so you're gonna see one spot is dry and one spot is not. But you can see that the number 4 when you apply it on. So after you apply all 10 nails, here's a tip and trick, so then you will never get an issue with getting like make sure brush harden. So you're gonna wipe it off for the excess, like number 3 is already in there, but just wipe it off to make it looks even and take it off of all that extra number 3 that you don't need it. And then we're gonna using a number 4 top coat of the liquid essential. Apply 1 coat. Is gonna be fast. Move it fast if possible. Faster, the thinner is better. So look at that. I'm missing whole entire cuticles. I am not worried about it because if by the time I'm like doing it and playing with this, and probably my brush gonna be like freezing because I keep stirring up and contaminate the number 3 and number 4 together, because number 3 is accelerate number 2 to get number 2 dry and accelerate number 4 and let number 4 dry. So you're stuck in between. So if you don't move it fast with the number 4 top coat, and it's gonna make your brushes freezing. Also, it's gonna make this to be really hardened, and then you're seeing all the wrinkle and stuff. 1 coat, 1 more coat. We do 1 more coat. We have to do 1 more coat. No, you don't need it. So 1 more coat. You start seeing it shiny, and when it's shiny, you're gonna put it in like 1 more coat. After you're seeing all shiny and start getting matte look, you're seeing it right here. Get closer. And then when it's getting matte look, that's how you're ready to do a second coat. And I'm gonna finish just everything. Whatever you missed, you can able to go with the second coat. So if you do all 10 nails, it's really easy. It's like you go back to back, so you don't like wasting your times. It's gonna go really nice and smoothly, I promise. And again, this one is still floating. I'm using my techniques of the brush floating. And then that's it. I'm wiping my brush off. If you're seeing on my side right here, I think you can't see it, but I did it right here to make sure my brush is really clean before I put it in. Screw it like 1 or 2. Just don't close completely tight because it's gonna freezing your bottle. I'm gonna do it 1 or 2. Screw it down. Look at that, and it's gonna be completely dry. And this is a technique that I want to see completely for you. So for any of you who start with the dipping powder, Really simple techniques for you, ombre, encapsulate. So you have two techniques right here for your clients. You can able to do a dipping, and I will leave it alone like this. I don't put any acrylics, crystal placement on. If you do a crystal placement, you are not going to put number 3 and number 4 on. You're going to go in to put the base gels and keep for 15 seconds. And then you do condensed wool gel and no wet top coat on the top. Then you place your crystals. Well, if you want to do the dramatic glitters encapsulating on the top of dipping, this is I already help you build completely from A to Z, from the first step to the end. So then any of you that would love to practicing right now at home and learning about dipping, you follow every single step that I sharing, you are never gonna get it wrong. So, well, there's thousands of different techniques out there, but this is one of the techniques. It will really get me to really good at the dippings that I got an opportunity to share with you. So hope you're really enjoying this. I didn't want to mess it up by next step and whatever step, because if you want to do crystal placement, then you skip the number 3 and number 4 and you go into the base gel, keep for 15 seconds, condensed glue gel, and the same thing when I'm doing with liquid and powders, but only different that you have to put the base on. If you don't put the base on, you put the condensed glue gels and then no wet top coat, it's gonna completely peel off, because the formula of the resins and the monomers are different. We're using the same acrylic, which is the polymers, but the two which is essential that using is monomer and polymer. So they probably is not going to bond well. So then you make sure you put the base first, the base gels, and clear it first, and then doing anything. Like if you want to do a gel polish, here's some information for you. If the clients choose to do a clear or a nude dipping powder and they still want to enjoy colors on it, the gel polish on it, if you offer the with clients as gel polish, I don't know how different and how extra you will be charged for clients who doing a gel polish on the top of the dipping. So here, if you want to do a gel polish on the top, right? So or any of painting gel on the top, you make sure you're gonna put some gel base first. Here for 15 seconds, then you can do whatever. You can draw art, you can doing gel polish, anything you want, but make sure you put the base on first, only for the dipping. So the great information, I would love to share it. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to do crystal placement on it because I want to be exclusive for you as you doing dipping powder. So there's 2 nails, everyone. Hope you're really enjoying these 2 cute nails for dipping powders. Some of you will question a lot about this one. There's still the dipping powder is still based as polymers. It's same. That's why you see some of the company will do is like acrylic, which is liquid powder, and a dipping powder. The one powder you can do 2 kinds, so 2 different techniques. I mean, so some companies dipping is only exclusive for dipping only. So in the chisel nail art, I think the one I'm using I really like it. You can do liquid powder and dipping powder. So here's the 2 colors I'm using. It looks like it make me feel like I want to do a charms, and then like seashells, seahorse, all the stuff in there. It looks like really like summer themes. Yeah, thanks so much, Whitney. Mercedes, okay. All right, are you having fun in it now? So we can do and move on to liquid and powder. This is for all the folks who in let's do liquid and powder on this one. This too is gonna be a different. Let me see how it turned out different for this one. Aha, let's see. A theme of liquid and powder. Do you want to see pink and white ombre for liquid and powders? This is a lot for a lot of beginners who would love to see how we're blending the. Can I get my monomers right here? Thank you. Yeah, you can leave it right there. Open the leads for me. I'm using this brush. Oh, you can see it. Paddle. It's great. I love to spend time with you ladies. I hope you are learning some things or getting any, even like one tip and trick, something every day. I'm using a number nude 71. If you have any similar nude, it's great too. And then I'm using this one right here. Is any of the colors you want to see? Foxy Loxy. Builder gel. Brooke, we don't offer the builder gels here, but we're using poly gel. Builder gel, I think I checked with Cesar or Vicky, none any of them offer. We've been doing a lot of liquid and powder color acrylics, and we using a lot of dippings at our salon. So I am gonna make sure I get my brush ready. I have it on the side. Hi Instagram, blue. Okay, let me oh sorry. Let me test the blue, because sometimes it dipping it turn out, and this blues for liquid and powder is different. Interesting. I will try it opposite way and see how it turn out. Using the same colors or different. Or you can using this one. Oh, look at that. Really interesting. Has so many colors. We're going to test it together. And then here's a yellow. Oh, we can do that yellow and this one. And then should we do pink and white? Let me test that yellow and see how it is. Can you move that two colors? I will need it in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do a darker pigments first, and just dip in my monomers. I have it right here. Dip it once and wipe it off once. Pick up your beads, and I usually lay them about 70% or 60% of the nails. Make sure you blend it one thin, and you're gonna guide this one toward the center of the nails. Brooke, I have a friend like in Virginia. She said her salon do a lot of like hard gels there, but down in South for us we don't have a lot of requests. We don't have anyone request for it, or maybe because we don't do it, I guess. For the builder gels. So color. Blend it. If you want a nude color, it looks good too. I'm going to challenge myself for this. So I'm going to share with you, if you are doing with beginning doing it ombre, great ombre, and this one will help so much from getting all your ombre blending. So I'm going to dip my brush again, wipe off my brush really nice and clean, dip my brush in and wipe off one, and pick up my yellow, and I play them right here. I'm not worried about my cuticle first. The first I want to achieve nice ombre. So when it wet, it's the best to blending your ombre right now. Because if you're doing one beat, you can't. But then by the time you make sure your cuticle looks good, then guess what? Your blending part is gonna dry out. It's wet when you blending. It's blending the best when it's still wet. So I'm gonna dip my brush, wipe off my brush, dip my brush in the second beads. These beads I'm gonna using smaller, like you doing a filling. And now I'm gonna perfect with my cuticles and then blend it out. Let me know when you try and see. It's gonna really helpful for that. So now you see at least it's blending it nicely. And then now you can go it back again. I don't know, it should be good. When you're doing your real clients, it's much easier for me than doing it at the tip of the nails. But let's pretend this is like, it still need to work closer to the cuticles. Then you can do another smaller bead. Smaller is always go a long way. So sometimes don't let all that like social media as Instagram, Facebook will fool you, because you know when we're doing it, we're editing, it will make it look perfect and makes all beginner feel like really intimidating, like, oh, I don't know if I can do that ombre. You're just showing like I'm doing live right now with you. So do you want any encapsulating in this one at all? Oh my god, you know what I want to do? Let's do some flowers. Thin 3D flowers. Let's do that, everyone. Do you want 3D flowers on this one? I can do 3D flowers before we encapsulating the clear coat. Let's do that, everyone. I wanted to do it. So let's do the clear one. Let's do the white and clear nude, whatever it is. Okay, so can you move this one, please? Thank you. It's gonna stick on that one. Sorry guys, it's just like a little messy on it. That's how I'm like. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like one of the cute flowers in here, and I'm gonna encap my flowers. So dip it in. With these flowers, I am gonna do it really thin and blend it really nice and thin. And don't afraid of to using both the tips, and you can do other colors. You do a blue and it looks good. Make it really flat because we're gonna cap that. Okay. Can Facebook and Instagram see me okay? Make sure to say something if you don't see me. Great. Liquid and powder, everyone. This is for you. Please say sharing with your friends so that they can learn it too. It's all brought to you by our love and our heart. We just really want to see everyone doing well, and hope it will helpful with some tip and trick, you know, after all the quarantine time. Well, because we always dedicate for past 2 years, over 2 years, to want to share with you. But this, even like this time, would love to keep everybody company and learning something when we are away from a salon, and hope it's really helpful. I bet you ladies, when you get back, be prepared, because you're gonna have so much like busy. And okay, so I'm gonna do a smaller one, 3 petals for this, because this nail is shorter. If I have a longer one like I did last night, it's like, well, my nails are gonna be longer, but doing it thin, because we're gonna cap this with clear. So I want to do it thin so I can cap that. You can, the clients can do is encapsulating, like do 3Ds under, like cap it, or the 3Ds is on the top after you finish everything. I didn't put the clear yet. I'm gonna do clears in a little bit. Oh, I'm excited. So cute. This is what I want in one of my content today that I want to share with you. It's Cap the 3D. I've been doing it non-stop. I didn't get to read your comment, so just bear with me, okay? Because I'm focused on this, because if I read the comment, these nails might dry. So bear with me, everyone. I will answer all the questions. So you can do one colors, like one white colors, or you can do two colors, like deep in white if you want soften look. Just a little bit. And the side right there. Tap my brush, clean that. And I can use the tips of the brush and the body at the same time, because it's gonna give it looks really nice, and you blend the petals really nice. You can see them blended like thinner and flatter. Okay, let's do smaller ones right there. It's really interesting. I like the length of the nails though. Even though a lot of my clients are getting the long nails, they usually get longer than my nails. I miss them though. I don't know how about all of you. Like they are so, we still have a lot of phone call. We miss them so much, and then we're like, but we can't see you. But I mean, in the meantime, I'm like so busy. I feel like I'm off work, but I'm way busier than when I'm working. Do you feel related to? Like you're so exhausted from doing like things around. But I'm so glad that you have some time for me. Oh, my nail touching. To learn it. I feel like we're like taking a step back, so then we can move forward, even like really cool. And so because I'm gonna do a header on this, and this one it's really nice and wet, I'm gonna do two of them. But don't try like me if you feel not ready yet, which is everybody will, like at first when I first start with 3D, I'm so freaking nervous because I say, what? I'm just laying it, and what happened is dry. So when it wet like this and it start getting matte, that's how the time for you to, so using a whole body of it. This brush is really a freaking perfect size, not too big, not too thin. I mean, not too big, not too small. So you can really control the beads of your powder really, really easy. You will never go wrong with this. All right. If you want to, you can do one more petals. I'm doing a smaller one and thin. Look at this. So if you do this for your clients, you have, or if you want to do a bigger flowers, you can. Really big flowers, you can, just using the same techniques I share with you. All right, can I get some, do you want to put the gold beads or yellow, rose gold or yellow beads in here? Can I get that one? The gold? Do you think the gold will stand out? Okay, I'm gonna get some of this. And put in my beads. It's too heavy. Can you check and have, oh my goodness. Did you see that? I drop it right in my monomer. Wait, go, hold on, come back.
You can take a dance glue. I think it's trying not to stain or so.
The condensed glue gel?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't use condensed, so I'm using liquid and powder.
That's not a mistake.
It will stay with us, ladies. It will never challenge us, right? You can't go anywhere. You gotta stay right here, right there. I have to control it. Don't let it running around. If it does, put it back again. It's not gonna go anywhere. A lot of clients, we have clients that bring this in and they love to have this, and we've been really lucky with it. A lot of clients love it and they don't mind to pay for the service because you can see that how you build your shop. Oh my goodness, I drop it again, everyone. It was in here. It's lay on the bottom. Look at this. It looks like a silver though. Okay, great. Let me see if we can get one more. One here and one here. And we're gonna cap that. It's gonna stay inside of our nails. It's not gonna go anywhere. Okay. Right, so I'm happy with this. Then you can dress more like dramatics for this if you want to, but I am going to cut this in clear. I'm going to tear the nails down a little bit. Yep, I'm going to cap it over the flowers. Hey, it's my running. How could that happen? It's okay. I'm gonna get it. Because I think it didn't dry set and then I did the cap right away. But it's normal. It's happened sometime with us. And this guy is running because it didn't stationary in there. But I'm gonna pick you out if you're not listening to us. Look good?
Mm-hmm.
Look good, everyone. Yeah, we made it. But this one, I think I cap it too fast before it set. So do not do like what I did. Try to clean underneath of this. I'm gonna get this one out. If you want to get it out before it dry, because otherwise it's going to set in our flowers, which is either you go into the way we want it or you're going to be out of the way. Can you take this out from the tweezers, please? So I'm going to get some clear. When it happened like that with me, do not worry about, just go ahead and cap it first, because if you stop and you pick it up, your powders might dry and then it's big lumps in here for you. So go ahead and cap it first and then you can fix anything else later. Look at that. It's not that bad. It's built the apex nicely and it doesn't look too thick at all. We're gonna wait for it later to dry. Okay, let's do to our pink and white ones, and all of you were asking. And then this is simple, this is great, easy, but then for all beginners can be is like a little bit struggling at first. I was myself being like that at first as well, so I totally really know that and understand it. I love to share it. Is for all of you who's already doing really good with ombre, liquid and powder is something that new techniques that if it's not similar to yours, it's something will be I would like to share with. I would love to see your technique too. I see a lot of different techniques. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to do 70% of the pink and white and use the body of my brush. The weather is getting warmer, so that's why you can see that my powder is less runny. And I don't mix anything with, I have a lot of clients were asking if I mix any acetone with my powder, with my monomer. I didn't mix anything. And just for your information, I'm using this as CND retention liquid. And I'm using a chisel nail art powder. And also the clears I'm using is CND powder. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you guide that in the center, it's to make the nail looks nice and precise on the side, so it doesn't look bulky. Again, dip into your nude colors, smaller bits. I would lay it right where my white, like a soft white, end or start, or however you want, and I'm gonna blend it down. When it wet, I'm using a body of brush. I will not using the tip of my bristle because it's gonna drag all of my like ombres away, or it might drag too much or might pull off. However you would thinking of. So this at least it give you a blend, really decent blend when it's still wet. So I'm working with the part of the ombre first to make it the ombre the way I want it first, and then I will go into the second beads and get my cuticle part take care, because if I do both of them at the same time, like take care of the cuticles and ombre, by the time you're done with the cuticles and make the cuticle look nice and no messy and stuff, and your part of ombre is gonna dry and you can't blend it. So then sometimes you like have to take it off and fix it, and it's gonna take a lot of time. I'd rather to take a little bit extra time for my application powder, then it less time for you to filing them. And as everybody have different techniques, show me yours and share with us. We'd love to see that as well. Can you seeing it better? Instagram, I don't know if it's just too much lighting for me. It looks like a duck though. All right, so you want plain Jane like this, or you want some things it's different? Butterfly again. Just kidding. Like Nancy, can you do something else besides butterflies? But yes, what you would like to see though? Oh, encapsulating what? No. Just cute flowers, but nope. Anything you want to see? Yes, Mercedes, we're going to have the acrylic brush is coming in the future. Thanks so much for saying it, mention it. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Crystals, Whitney, okay, gotcha. Want anything else beside crystal? You want this plain like this and then crystal up, yeah? Is that what you want? Okay, so now if we don't want any encapsulating, I'm gonna go ahead and do cap the clear. So the clears you do, you're gonna cap it between the pink and the white. So then when you find them, you don't take the pink away, you don't take the whites away. You don't have to do a whole nails. Just if in case you want a whole nails, Like if for beginners, if you're not sure, you find it too much and you're afraid of you're gonna get too over like handed to file them, I would cap it on the cuticle too. But if you don't want it, then you're just doing it right where the pink and the white is. Right there. Okay, we'll let it set. Crystal placement on this. Okay, I'm gonna take this one away. Let me clean my brush first, and then we're gonna move on to the filing them. Dip my brush in. Make sure you are separate the bristle out, and you get any of the excess powder, any stuff in from the brush that you couldn't like get. You don't want them to stuck in there, and then it's gonna really ruin your brush. Yeah, time for me to get my new brush. All right, put it in there. Here you go. My needs for the monomer. Put it away. I'm so clumsy, just let you know. Really, really clumsy though. And then now I get my long nails again after like a whole month of not getting it. So I get even worse because like yesterday I couldn't text for a couple hours. Like I would have to adjusting the way I texting with my fingers. But you know, it's just adjusting, and now I can do a normal and I can do in texting and everything now. No problem. Like a lot of people were asking me, oh, how you wipe it and how you like, I'm just doing normal, like exactly what you're doing. So what other questions? And my clients will laugh too and say, I know we have people asking for it. No offhand, we'll just wipe like everybody else. Okay, great. Let me file this guy. My 3D brush is really good. I'm gonna clean that and put it away. Just let you know it's a dual brush, and the other one is for 40. All right. Let's move on to this one. Oh, this, can you take it away too? My pink and white nails. You know what? I have to be honest with you. For winter time, I can do one white bead and pink and nude beads. Summertime, I do two. Summertime, I do my nude to ombre first, and then I do a cuticles second beads. It takes me maybe about a few more minutes when you're doing it regular, but it saved me so much trouble later, because if it's like summertime, it's so hot down south. If I do one bead, if I don't move it fast, and it's gonna make a so big lump right here. And guess what? The ombre is just, that's the beautiful part of it, to have the ombre blending. But if it's not blending, then you don't have to like file it down and fix it. So I've like learned it from a different weathers. If you are in the Northwest, like we say is Washington, Oregon is all like up in the North. Canada is like the weather's warmer. Cooler. Then you can do totally one beads. But it doesn't take you much time to from doing from 1 beat to 2 beats, but then it saves you so much time from filing. So can you take that one away too? So I want dust in there, please. Thank you. So I'm using this, and if you have a sand bead, you can use that as well. Oh my god, the client just doesn't want to turn her finger. Sorry, just being goofy. It's like, wait a minute, clients, relax your hand. I love my clients, I miss them. Like, I don't get to see them for a few days, so like, so missing them. Please tell us how you guys doing. I don't even know what time is it now. And last night, you know, we go live for 4 hours, which is, normally we don't do that, but because we have so many, I have so many requests, and the company will pass me the note and say like, why don't you do your nails? You keep doing it a few times, and then it's okay, all right, there's time, yes. If everybody has time, yes, I will do it. And if you miss it, always heading over to Facebook. When you do this filing for all beginners, keep you doing on this, on the surface. I'm going to move it like this. You're going to using it, flatten your, when you're doing your cuticles, you're going to move it 45 degrees, so then you don't flatten the cuticles. You get to the edges of the cuticles right here to clean it really nice, to separate it from your your powder and the cuticles, so that it prevents from lifting. But if you're going down to the surface, you're going to keep them flat on the nail, so then you can clean them and smooth them out really nicely without getting like too creasy. On this, you don't want to hold it 45 degrees like this. You want to flat them, so then that's the best way to smooth them out without over filing them or not filing them enough. And that's it. You don't have to do too much. You see me doing it. The same with this. You're gonna keep this one. Flatten your e-file. Let me turn this way. You can see that. You see that how it's going with your nicely. Great. I'm also using this from my collection. It's even go with me all the time. So I'm using this. I have one of this on this one. This one for dipping and liquid and powder. This one for dipping, for liquid and powder, and it's just break the seal and remove the gels and acrylic. This one for the apex and cuticles, and this one for the gels. I love this freaking thing. Before when I put the liquid and powder on, I prep this with really clean, and then also using that for your pedicure when you're doing a gel polish for the clients, or gel polish for the clients on your fingernails as well. Really, really good, and it's like no confusing. Okay, because we do have like people asking for what size and what grit that I'm using, just for your information. So now buff all the way from the center down. Great. Anybody been watching any movie at all? Netflix? Any recommendation? My husband will like have whole list of there, but I want to hear from you ladies. Oh my god, this one is one of my favorites. I don't know. Haha, great. Hello. Okay, looks good. Let me dust it off and move all the dust and stuff in here. I'm like a messy here. Any recommendation for movie to watch? I've been watching like Mandalorians like last few months ago in this fall, and I watched episodes in what, one night. Crazy, huh? But I can't wait. I'm like, it's so not patient at all. Like, because then you're busy with the kids and work and family, and then you're watching it. So, oh, when I'm gonna be back? I'm been watching all this, and I watched what the Witchers. I'm watching in like one night, 8 episodes too. So I'm gonna probably maybe watch Mandalorians again because I like it so much. Okay, it's good. Just reshaping them if you need it. All right, I can't wait to see this top coat. Oh, this top coat for this one is so cute. Do you like this shape and this size of the nails? Because I'm always doing like stiletto nails and everybody, oh my god, it's stiletto again. But because then you were doing it more designs than you're doing it stiletto. If you like this side, I can always do this side. It looks stunning too. I like it. It's less work for me. It's more realistic. Like the clients have a long, but I also have a long nails clients. Good, perfect. What is that? Money Highs.
And then they go
Tiger King? For real? Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
It's a
Gosh,
documentary.
Kingdom. Oh, okay,
Kingdom is
documentary. I watched documentary too. Ta-da! Thank you, ladies. I'm reading all this. Most of these. The Train Greeks. Oh, The Witchers. Yes. I can't wait for the next season. I watch all of them in like one season, one night. I can't wait. I said, what? Okay, let me watching another next episode so I can go to bed. But I watching the next one. I said, okay, I'll watch the next one. Then I can go to bed by the time like. Well, I'm only watching it like on Saturday when I don't have to work on Sunday. But I do not watching it like that during a weekday because I need some sleep and strength, and then so I can enjoy with you ladies for the live videos. But okay, great. So I'm gonna top coat this one, and then we'll do crystal placement. I did this to truly dip, but no other things on it. So if any of you would like to learn what dipping, you can re-watching them. And that's especially my heart for all my 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. They're asking for a lot of dipping. We have so many dipping episodes there, like a 40-something dipping techniques. So if any of you are going to learning dipping, then you can do that. Hey, Sarah is watching. Oh, Sarah, thanks so much for tuning in, my girl.
Hello.
Okay, so Tiger King. Okay, Brooke, I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna watching tonight. I can't wait now. That's why I love to hang out with you ladies. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's put the top coat. I'm gonna Tiger King. I'm gonna take note right now. I love doing nails late at night. Glitz and glam nails. Are you doing your nails right now, sweetie? If you're doing it, don't forget to show us your beautiful nails. Because we want to see that. No white top coat. So here's a tip and trick if you want to do this one. Like to seeing it more like white, you can do it white on it. Bigger roses. Top coat this one. Unless you want to see something else, but I think it looks good. I'm not gonna mess up with this. Just let it be simple like this. Yeah, gear for 60 seconds, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna bring this cute nails out. What would you like to see? This one is the other one.
Top coat?
No, this one I'm gonna do a crystal placement. I'm waiting for the ladies to tell me what to do. You want me to bling it nice, simple, nice for you to one of the... You want to see the marble art on that? The good piece of marble art? I can do that. Earlier, Sarah, that's really beautiful. You can get chance to watch Sarah's on her Instagrams. Nails by Sarah Detroit is really, really stunning. It's really cool. We ours team up with Sarah is going to running giveaway with Sarah. So to celebrate her at 5,000 follower, thank you so much for the love and support. She's one of our team's ambassador. Look at that. Just please share and support her because she's so dedicated and shares so many different techniques. Such a really talented nail artist and really passionate about that. And just let's share for her and tag more friends so then she can reach to 5,000 so we can run into promotions giveaway with Sarah. Really, really cool and talented. And okay, so let me read things. Just finished some practice now. Check out my page for inspiration. Your video have taught me a lot. Thank you so amazing. When you will come take your class, Glitz and Glam now. Thank you so much, love. Thank you for the love and support. We're so happy that is, you know, you're enjoying it. The video. Just that we're definitely gonna take Glitz and Glam nails. Let me screenshot that. Love Glitz and Glams now. I screenshot it. The Instagram for Sarah, can you comment some on Instagram for your page? Can you tune in on the page and people asking on Instagram? Long still Lucy. Okay, bling out. Lucy, I'm gonna do that. Can Sarah? We are located in Florida, Pensacola, Florida, South Florida, sweetie. And then we have a class coming up. We have a class supposed to be will last couple of weeks, but we put it off because due to the virus currents, like, you know, with pandemics. So then we're gonna hold off to that because everybody health is more important than anything else. So we'll put it off. So when the class coming, release it again so you can able to join us to become, you know, to learning the techniques, also to become part of our team, you know. Thank you so much. So nails, it means a lot to us. Thank you, love. What is Sarah? Can you type in the Sarah nails choice? It's the nails by Sarah choice. If Sarah's still there. Okay, with this, then you're gonna do condensed glue gels. I freaking love this condensed glue gel because maybe I should do something like this on that. Let me get, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get this one to be on a part of my nails. Okay. I'm gonna place this one first. And then I'm gonna place a crystal placement. A little bit off, just a little bit. You can't tell, but I'm so OCD. Great. It's already pre-adhesive. So now I'm gonna put the condensed glue gels. Use this one if you're doing, I have a client doing a ombre pixie, diamond dust pixie in pink and white. It looks so gorgeous. My ginger brush on my side right there. And I'm going to blend it. Just make sure you blend it really nicely because it's really thick density, which is awesome because it's holding your crystals, your flat back, your 3D. That's why you see and I move the strokes back and forth because I want to make sure I'm getting a blend out really nice. Can you?
Okay, you got 2 minutes.
What? I got 2 minutes left?
On Instagram.
Why? Instagram. Hours like fun things today is not done yet. This Instagram gonna be end soon, but
Right back.
I'll be right back.
Gotta add it now. So
And
while
then
you
come
pick it-
back with me. Don't leave me. I got, okay, so here's something is for you to, for your informations. I got this one right here, is the frame bender. I'm gonna lay that right
Yeah,
there.
1 second. There you go.
And hello Instagram, I'm back again. There's a lot of cool like information. So before I'm doing that, I'm gonna lay that frames right there, and I'm just using a little tools and then press that. So it's gonna be from a flat frames, it's gonna turn out this. So you feel that it probably is some of the stuff that get in there. Just make sure you wipe it off, and you can pick that up. There you go. There's a frame bender. Just for your information, I'm gonna lay that right there. Aha, looks stunning. Okay, let me put some other stones. You know what, everyone? I'm planning to do your black lace today, but we're gonna do it tomorrow. One of my under kits that I have. Right there. You like it like this? Because yesterday I blinked the other ones. I want to share with you a different technique. Or I can move it totally all the way up. Don't worry if you get it like this, you can just move your, that's it. Let's do something different. Can I get my AB tray? Oh, how is that my nails touching in there? Oh, right over there. Behind the license. I'm moving around things. I just want just a smaller baby. I don't want too much because then it's gonna take away from my beautiful rose gold beads. Oops, sorry. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah was saying it to you. There are 25% going on sale right now, and on the Glitz accessory and such, and totally 5% of it will go donate direct to World Health organizations to help fight with coronavirus. And if you're using code Sarah, this is SARAS, to save total is free shipping when you order of $79.99 or more. I picked 3 of them. Anything else? Tiger. Is that Tiger King?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Brooke, thank you so much. Tiger King. Okay, I'll remember it now. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'll tell you. What is that? It's a scare movie?
No, it's a documentary about a guy out here in Florida.
Oh.
That
Oh, don't tell me.
I just tell you about a guy. I don't tell you about anything about it. Tell you. It's a.
He's wanna join us. Like, you're not allowed to talk to us until we say yes. See, Luxie. Foxy makes you laugh. I said, okay. You ladies like it? This one is great. Okay, and then now if you're happy with this, we are going to gear this because I still want to get some of the strip right here. I really like it with that. So then on this side, we're still able to see the pink and white ombre. So a lot of blinks, but not cover all hours. So then I'm going to key it for 60 seconds. Finally, we'll get one nails. Crystal up, everyone. Just such a great live tutorial today. For another live tutorial. Hope you ladies enjoy it and learn something or pick up yourself some tip and tricks, you know. And special going on right now. If you see something that you like to pick it up and play with these products, there's 25% going on right now. And if you're using code Sarah SSARAS, you save your, or you won't get receive free shippings of $79 and more. See, yes. Yeah, it's great if you really ladies enjoying it. Like today's with like no bling. We did it yesterday, so a lot of bling. So if you miss it, you can always be watching them on our Facebook. YouTube will upload later. Yeah, much better. Look like I'm Nick myself. Do I do? I don't know how does that happen, but I guess I did. I'm watching episodes when I remove my nails, you know.
Precision.
All right, so precision glue. I can't do anything like or finishing the crystal placement without this because it's also done after we're done the cleanse. Okay, I'm done yet, Nancy. I said no, not yet. We're gonna double secure your crystals, and then so you will never get it catching on your hair or your clothes or anything. So all right, so now you can see me squeezing. Let me move this one here. Good, get a good one here. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna feel it scratchy first, and next time I squeeze in just out a little bit. And we are going over to the frames. I'm not afraid of to get over on the top of it because it's gonna really protect it as well. But I would not go in over my crystals. That it's okay to go into your metals and stuff, but not over your crystal. You can see that this cracks right there. I am going to fill this baby and seal it. It's not gonna go anywhere. And then make sure you have your clients to, when you key it, to turn their fingers back and forth. So then that way it's all the angle of the crystal's base will be keyed properly. It's gonna not go anywhere. It's gonna go with her nails, the client's nail, for next 4 weeks, if not longer. Great, so I'm gonna key it. And then keep in mind, it depends on the apex of a client's nails, your C-curve, and then if you can go back and feel it again if you needed it, okay? So then that makes, make sure that they are not like catching on their hair or their clothes, so they can really enjoy crystal placement for a long period of time without have to worry about catching on. Great. Ta-da! Such a great live video. I enjoyed every single video that we're doing and bringing a good content for you ladies, and hope you really like enjoying it. I know some of the videos really long because I'm more about like, I'm really believe in like more theories, but not only the theories. It's not only the papers and learning. I would like to be hands-on, but we have to understand why it does that. Like why we don't using number three. Why we don't using number three, and why we're using number three really fast, you know, or why do we do number three and we have to wipe it off? Because of the reason, if you don't do that, then it's on the dipping, it's gonna really, you know, like freezing your brush, and it's gonna make all your top coat look wrinkled. It doesn't look smooth and shiny. So it's like it's have all of that reason why it is. So I'm really like to give you a lot of information and tip and tricks, so then it save you time. So much, so then you can avoiding what I have been done and make a lot of mistake back then before I got into take a lot of training with my mentors, and I still don't understand why this. And then the more I learn, the more I study, the more I doing it, more experience I get, and I just want you to enjoying it and to, you know, like take all that tip and trick if you can, so then it's gonna be great and helpful for your salons when you get back to the salons in the next month. So this one is liquid gunpowder, this one is dipping powder, and then oh my god, everyone, we only have one nail blinked out. I didn't want to mess it up with this dipping because I really want you to get full tutorial with just the dipping only. And this is flowers. I could do this, you know, like a blinks out, but I want you to enjoy that 3D on it. So hope you lady enjoying it. It's really basic today. I feel like so naked, but it's good naked, you know, like a good base, like good foundation. So if you get this one good down, like from Ombre dippings, Ombre liquid and powder, just like it just remember to do 2 beads. If it's getting summertime, getting warm, a lot of state, I would break in like 3 beads, 1 bead for the base part, and 2 beads, 1 for the ombre and 1 for cuticles. If you keep in mind, like when you're doing like that, the smaller beads you pick up a better and easier for you to control it. And that way you can get the structure, the shape it nice, and then perfect ombre every single time. And then on the dipping powders, I'm sharing a tip and trick if you like want to rewatching them. I think it's on the Instagram, you can always rewatching them, and on Facebook as well. So hope you all really enjoying it. Okay. Thank you so much, Glitz and Glam Nails. Nuna, I know, I feel like, do you think so? Do you feel like we get some like a polka dot and like a Easter's, and we have butterflies for spring? I should put some like pink butterflies. But like if the clients that want really elegant look and really nice and simple look, that's gonna go with everything. And Nurse Lori, you are very welcome. Yes, please. Thanks so much, Whitney. You are very welcome. Please, yes, ladies, be safe out there, and take good care of yourself and your family. And I would definitely gonna see you tomorrow with another live tutorial. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so it's so excited. So let me know what you would like to see tomorrow. DM us. We'll try to fulfill what you want, and then we can go from there. Hey Jessica, Divalicious, how are you? Thank you so much. Okay, Shanisha, thank you so much, sweeties. That we have. Thank you, Miss Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Yes, good night, lady. I will definitely see you tomorrow. I love you, ladies. You know, all of you and your families, and my thought of everybody doing well, and take good care of yourself. Shanisa, thank you so much. You can re-watching them, all of them, and like on Storytime or Facebook. Jessica, I like it for my first time here. Hey, Jessica, is the first time you tuning in? No, Jessica's here with us a long time, right? More than just now. Beauty Nails Go, thank you so much for tuning in. Diva, thank you. Ladies, Acris, beautiful. Thank you so much, Nuna. Yes, absolutely. Live Rush. You can be watching them on Instagram. All right, my ladies, you have a good night. And Javina, thanks so much. Oh, still the bomb. It's naked, but still the bomb because there's no crystal. It's only one crystal. I give it to you, ladies. But we did a really good tutorial today for the dipping and for liquid and powders. I fulfilled your requests. Thank you so much, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. Good night.